Hey guys, Jamison Redding here with the Road Trip Angler, and today I want to compare two similar but very different watercraft, and that is a Jon boat and an inflatable fishing boat. There's a lot of varieties of both of these craft, and here specifically I have the NRS Slipstream 96, which is a two-person raft that we've already done some reviews of on the channel and even compared it to other rafts that are in that same size category. But to my left, I have an old boat that we've had in our family for over 20 years. I grew up fishing out of this boat on a farm pond, and that is a 10-foot Jon boat. Before I jump into the differences, I'm gonna go over the similarities, which are, there's a whole lot less of them in my opinion. Number one, both of these are designed for two people, so that's a similarity. And number two, they're both designed to get you on the water and to go fishing. But that's kind of where it stops for me. When it comes to Jon boats, there is so many different varieties of those, but typically they are flat bottom, metal boats made from aluminum, designed to get you on smaller bodies of water, lakes, ponds, and rivers. And I would say on top of that, slower moving rivers that don't have rapids. They can get you really shallow, as I mentioned, because they have that flat bottom. That tends to make them a little bit louder, and because they're metal boats, they're not as stealthy as some other boats that are out there. But they can usually be found really cheap. Even if you're buying a new one, you can typically also find them on Marketplace and barn finds where people have bought them and had them for years and years. You can repair them and you can deck them out and kind of do DIY projects and make them whatever you want. They also have the ability to be motorized. I believe this one is rated for 9.9 horsepower, but you can go all the way up to over 20 feet long and have over 100 horsepower on the back of one of these boats. So there really is a lot of options when it comes to Jon boats, and that's also going to affect the price point, the size, the durability, and really kind of what it's designed to fish for. This is the bottom of the barrel. This was picked up at a Walmart, had it by the pond, but it's been a great vessel. When I was a kid, I would get out on the boat with a paddle and a couple of rods and a little tackle box, and I would be able to fish on the local farm pond here in my neighborhood. Flip side of that, this is a very specifically built raft for river fishing. Most all inflatable rafts are going to be built for that if they're fishing specific. And also on top of that, they're kind of designed with the fly angler in mind, meaning that they're very snag free or snag proof. There's not a lot to catch your fly line. There's also some options on this particular one, which is the deluxe package on that NRS Slipstream, that allows you to carry that gear and those fly rods with you and manage them while you're out on the water. They also have a frame with some nice seats and a way to anchor and a couple of oar locks. So this is kind of ready to fish versus the Jon boat I have here is a blank slate. While the Jon boat is meant to be a pretty versatile platform in those smaller bodies of water, the NRS raft that I have here, and really any raft for that matter, is really more designed for fishing moving water, rivers that have some current, that have some white water, where you need to be maneuverable and you need that volume that you get from an inflatable raft to get you on top of the water so that you can go through those rapids confidently and securely. And that is where they shine. In no way, shape, or form would I even try to compare the Jon boat to this NRS raft in an actual situation that this boat was designed for, which is going down those moving rivers that have whitewater. That's why I have this raft, is I like to fish a lot on the New River in Virginia where there are smallmouth. It's one of my favorite fish to chase, and this is a great vessel to get two people out on the water, and you can even get 3 or 4 person setups in these rafts. And if that's what you're doing, if you're river fishing and you're fishing moving water, and you might even need the option to store a raft or a craft like this somewhere at your house where you can deflate it and pack it away, this really is the best option for that. But if you're looking for something a little more versatile, that you could do kind of a little bit of everything, maybe not great, but you could do a lot of fishing in different types of water, whether it's hauling it to different farm ponds or small lakes, or you're just trying to look for an inexpensive way to get out on the water with your kids or your wife or a few people, the Jon boat might be the right option for you. So to quickly recap that, there's so many differences and there's really not that many similarities. One is really specifically designed for moving water, not to say that it couldn't get on that flat water. But if you're primarily a river fisherman, an inflatable raft is probably one of the best options for you to get out on a river, especially if you're looking to take more than one person. If you're someone that's looking for that versatility, you're kind of farm pond hopping, or you're going to those small lakes, you're looking at motorization, whether it's an electric motor or you're looking to put a gas motor on it, then the Jon Boat is probably that better option for you. So hopefully that helps you narrow down which one of these crafts would make the most sense. And if you're thinking about getting a Jon Boat and you're primarily a river fisherman, it might help you understand that this could be a better craft and vice versa. Hopefully that helps you make a better decision when it comes to choosing the right watercraft for you and the scenarios that you will find yourself in. For more tips like this and just for more great content, please subscribe to The Road Trip Angler. And as always, thanks for watching. Road Trip Angler would like to thank our global partners for helping support the mission to get people outside and on the water.